So then, Mulan. Hello and welcome back to another video, guys. Now, before I get started with my review of 2020's Disney's live-action adaptation of the film Mulan, just wanted to say, if you want to hear me go into more detail on this review, because I'm going to keep this one a bit brief, be sure to check out a link in the description to my podcast Off to the Movies. Me and Ryan, we go over this film in a lot more detail on there, and you know, I think we say a lot more things about the movie than I'm going to say here. This is going to be a brief review. There's not much I have or want to say about this film, but I thought I'd come on here and review it, as it's probably, I don't know, is it the biggest film? I think it would have been the biggest film released after COVID if it had gone cinema, but I suppose Tenet's probably bigger because it went cinema. You know, these Disney films have these grand, you know, they're these big, grand, massive films that go to the cinema normally. You know, Lion King made a lot of money, so did Jungle Book, so did Aladdin. You know, Beauty and the Beast did as well. You know, these live-action adaptations seem to do really well with people. But then we got Mulan, which was originally coming out in the cinema. Disney said, no, we're going to put that one on Disney+, which was a shock to me. I did not see that coming. I didn't think it would happen. And they decided to charge people £20 for it here in the UK. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I mean, I should know. I paid for it. But anyway, so you can pay a lot of money to see this film. Now, don't do it. Wait. Let me explain why. So, I'm a big fan of the original Mulan. I think it's a really good film. It'll be in my top 15 Disney animated films, probably. I think it's really good. The thing that I love about the original Mulan is that a lot of the side characters all have personalities to them, and they make it really fun to follow the story. I also love the character Mushu, the little dragon voiced by Eddie Murphy, and the little cricket, the little bug thing that follows her around. He doesn't do much, but he's fun. I'm not sure how you do him in live action, to be fair. But anyway, so here we've got the live action movie directed by Nicky Caro, I think is how you say his name, who, he hasn't done anything amazing. The Zookeeper's Wife, I suppose, is probably the most famous thing he's done. So I was really looking forward to this film. I thought the trailers looked great. I thought they looked really fun. I liked the realistic approach. Even though I really wanted to see Mushu, I thought, you know what, if they're going to go for a realistic approach, hopefully it'll be gritty. I don't know what to say about this movie, because it is the most bland, boring movie I think Disney have given us in a long time, because it doesn't have any characteristic to it. It doesn't go for a gritty, realistic approach, because some of the stuff that happens in this film is so unrealistic. Why haven't they just bothered put Mushu in it and gone full out? I mean, first off, the realistic aspect goes out the window because there's a new character in it who does these weird powers. There's also, like, the Emperor has a fight scene at the end where he's flipping people around with curtains. There's people running up walls, which, don't get me wrong, I know that, you know, it's a skill. Some people can do it, you know, run along a wall if they're really quick. But the way they're doing it in this film, it looks so unrealistic, it's kind of embarrassing. So I don't get why they tried to make it as realistic as they did. I would have preferred them to actually do some songs, like I'll Make a Man Out of You. Why wasn't Mushu in this movie? I mean, you see a phoenix about 5 or 6 times throughout this movie. Why didn't they just put him in it? He's one of the best things about the animated film. Everyone says it. All of the characters in this movie are dull and boring. Like, there is no characteristics to any of these characters. They're all like planks of wood. Honestly, no one in this film does a very good job. Maybe the guy who plays her dad. Yeah, maybe him. Other than that, everyone else just does such a standard, boring job. Even the actress who plays Mulan, she just wasn't great in this movie. The story itself, when it's not involving the dragon from the original, and when it's not involving the new magic lady, it is scene for scene, and I don't get it. The original movie is half an hour shorter than this, and the original movie is so much better. This film has had all the life sucked out of it. It doesn't even look that great. Like, this film had a $200 million budget, and I don't know where the money went, because honestly, You'll hear this in my podcast. Like, Ryan makes a comparison, like, Thor Ragnarok had, like, 30 million less or something like that, and it looks 5,000 times better. I don't know where the money went, because this film doesn't feel near as grand as previous Disney live-action adaptations. Like, when you look at Aladdin, you've got this huge city, you've got loads of people in the background. When they have their fights, there's thousands of people in the crowds and stuff. So with this film, the battles, I swear there was only like 30 people involved. And also the CGI wasn't great. There are moments where the CGI looks really bad, in fact. There are some moments where it looks great, don't get me wrong, the Phoenix looks great. There are other moments where it just looks really bad. Yeah, I don't have much to say about Mulan, really, because it is just the most middle-of-the-road, plain Jane, boring, dull film I've seen from Disney in a long time. Don't get me wrong, it's not one of Disney's worst. You know, we had Artemis Fowl this year. It is not on that level. But this is just so bleh. I'm actually really pleased it went to Disney Plus, because I would have been upset if I'd seen this in a cinema. This is not worth the money, unfortunately. Yeah. There we go. There's my review of Mulan 2020. Oh, what am I going to give it out of 10? I'll give it a 5, I guess. It's just... You know, I reckon in a couple of weeks or so, I'm being a bit kind at the minute, I reckon in a couple of weeks or so, I'll probably start giving it a negative score, like a 4 or 4.5. But I'm going to go with a 5 for the minute. This film is dull, it's boring, it's not going to do nothing for you, you're not going to want to watch it again, you're not going to remember it after an hour of viewing it. And it's a shame, it really is. And it's a shame that this, Lady and the Tramp and Lion King have all fallen into the same category of just sucking the joy out of the original films. At least I have respect for Jungle Book and Aladdin for trying different things with their movies. I can actually find some enjoyment in those two. Whereas this one, Lady and the Tramp and Lion King, I've just sucked the joy out of the originals. The original classics, they've just sucked the life out of them. And it's such a shame. Disney, please, if you're going to keep doing these, please just make them a bit more original and a bit more interesting. That's all I ask. There's a good film in here. I know there is, because of the original. Anyway, that's my review of Mulan 2020. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as always. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a message, and I'll see you guys next time for another video. Bye-bye.